Hey everybody, Justin Nault here from Clovis Nutrition. I'm standing in my kitchen, which is also the birthplace of the perfect paleo powder. I invented the formula right here in this kitchen with some food dehydrators and processors about 2 years ago now. Speaking of which, I just want to give you a little bit of background as to who I am, how I got here, and why it is I do what I do. For most of you, I'm probably a brand new face. I'm just another guy on the internet talking about health, right? Well, my story is actually a little bit different because I never planned on being here. This was not my intention. It wasn't what I saw myself doing. It wasn't part of my plan, this whole nutrition thing. I'm a professional musician. Still am to this day. I perform every weekend in Nashville, Tennessee.
I'm on top of the world, hey. I'm on top of the world, hey. Purple rain, purple rain. This town on the corner, I've been bumming around this old town so long.
And I am a Berklee College of Music graduate. I have a bachelor's degree in songwriting of all things. And music has been my primary source of income for over 14 years now. So that brings up the very good question of how the hell did this guy start selling protein powder? It's an interesting question, and the full answer to that question would be a very long story, so I'm going to try to sum it up here for you pretty quickly to give you an idea of how this all started. This all happened simply because it had to. Because I have always had this strange urge or this desire, something that pulls at me every morning when I get out of bed, to get up and do something meaningful with my life. It's the reason behind everything that I've done in my life so far. It's the reason why I ended up on reality TV.
Thank you guys so much. You're an amazing crowd. I appreciate you being here. Thank you, Las Vegas.
It's the reason why I've done thousands of live shows all over the country, sometimes in different countries. It's the reason why I became a YouTube personality. And I have all these silly videos floating around of me in costumes and dancing around or whatever.
I'm gonna pop some tags. I only got $20 in my pocket.
All of that was driven by this urge that I could never clearly define, so I was never able to satisfy it. I've always had two passions in life: music and health. I've always loved fitness, but I wasn't necessarily born with the gift of perfect genes. I always worked out, I always watched what I ate, I always followed the standard nutritional advice. But no matter what I did, no matter how hard I worked, I still always felt pretty insecure in the summertime when it came time to take my shirt off. I was smushy. I didn't look like I worked out as much as I did. And I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. Clearly there was something out there that somebody knew that I didn't, and I couldn't figure it out. To give you a bit of background, I've always been involved in fitness. I played hockey for 10 years, pretty much my entire childhood was just hockey. I was obsessed with boxing when I got to college. I was training 6 days a week boxing. I got hooked on stereotypical fitness is what I call it now, but I have done every damn P90X DVD, 1, 2, 3, Insanity, multiple times. I've done CrossFit, I've done powerlifting, Olympic lifting, I've tried bodybuilding. I've done it all. For that reason, I can pretty much guarantee that at one point or another, I was exactly where you are right now. There are a lot of people out there watching this video who know exactly what I'm talking about. I was doing everything right. I was working out like crazy every single day. I was eating exactly what the experts, doctors, and bullshit personal trainers told me to eat. I was sweating more, eating less, doing everything I could, and just wasn't getting results. I was disciplined. I had willpower. I worked every bit as hard as anybody else around me. The problem was, the story that we've been sold since we were little kids is a lie. It was wrong then, it's wrong now. Burn more calories than you eat. Work out even more than you already do. Eat less fat. Eat more healthy whole grains. Spend more time on the treadmill. Take less rest days. Yeah, that ought to do it. We know these things don't work. We're still teaching them. Not only to adults like you and I. The bigger problem here is that we teach these things to children. The little ones who really don't know any better. We constantly tell our kids that they need to play outside 60 minutes a day, get up and move, which is an excellent idea. I love this idea for kids. But we follow up that advice by handing them a Capri Sun and a Lunchable the second they walk through the door. That's why I'm standing here in front of you. Because we have to change things. There has to be a tipping point, and we have to be able to shift the mainstream mindset of nutrition and fitness. It's all about education. For me, personally, this shift happened with a simple Google search. I got on Google out of frustration and Googled, what is the perfect human diet? Simply by chance, about 3 weeks before that, C.J. Hunt had released his incredible documentary called In Search of the Perfect Human Diet. Well, for some reason, I just went ahead and bought the documentary. I'm not really sure why. I was just kind of thinking, why the hell not? As soon as I finished watching that documentary, I was hooked. It changed everything for me. That's why I went back to school for nutrition. That's why I got all these certifications. I just spent years buried in books, podcasts, documentaries, anything that I could find that would teach me more than I already knew about nutrition. Real nutrition. How to get real results. But before I could stand here and preach this, I had to actually go out there and live it. And that's what I've done for the last 3 to 4 years. That's why I've guinea pigged just about every training protocol and extreme biohack you can think of. Because I knew there had to be a better way, and I knew that I needed to find that better way. I went completely against the grain. I did the exact opposite of what all the people I thought were experts had been telling me to do my entire life. The exact opposite. And what are my results? Well, I just turned 30 years old. I'm now a 30-year-old man. I can run a 7-minute mile. I can squat well over 300 pounds. I can deadlift 425 pounds. I regularly practice jujitsu. I'm flexible. I'm pain-free. I eat pretty much whatever I want, as much delicious food as I can handle every single day, all while spending probably less than 1/10 the amount of time in the gym that I used to spend when following mainstream advice. That simple act of deciding to go against the grain turned out to be the single best decision I've ever made in my entire life. It has changed everything. That being said, those results are not enough to me. I'm not content just keeping this information to myself. That is why I have this company. That's why I have this product that I care about deeply. Clovis and the Perfect Paleo powder were born out of necessity, born out of this passion that I cannot keep inside. I just can't. I can't just keep playing music and collecting money while watching the masses poison their bodies day in and day out. I just can't do it anymore. I can't. I have to educate. I remember watching the Fed Up documentary with Katie Couric and literally crying. I kid you not. And I reached over and grabbed my laptop and I started writing furiously. I just started writing what I was feeling. I was sitting there crying like a baby, just writing, and ended up writing what turned out to be, I guess, sort of a mission statement for Clovis, what I wanted to do with my life from that moment on. And I've kept that mission statement pretty much private, but I do want to share at least part of it here with you now, just to give you an idea of what's behind Clovis. I set out with a pretty simple goal, to create a nutritional product that I truly believed would change my life for the better. Extensive research has completely transformed that goal into something entirely different. It is no longer about a product. It's about people. How many lives can I change? How many overweight people out there are sick and tired of being told that they just don't try hard enough? It's bullshit. I know they try. I know they're giving it everything they've got. The problem is they're being force-fed bad information. Bring me those people. I want those people. I believe in those people. I believe in their future. I believe in you. I believe in your future. That's why I'm standing here right now. Clovis is not just my company. Clovis really is a family to me. Clovis is a tribe. Clovis can be your tribe. We want you. All you have to do is reach out. Reach out to me directly. Email me. Find me on social media. Reach out to me and I will reach right back out to you always. I will always be here for you. For your goals, your nutritional needs, just let me know. I'm here for you. Clovis is here for you. It's always going to be that way. We're not going anywhere. I am in this for the long haul. This is my passion. This is what I want to be doing with my life. It's as simple as that. I hope this helps give you just a small idea of who I am, who Clovis is, the Perfect Paleo powder, where we came from, and how we got here. Thank you so much for watching, and there'll be plenty more content in the future for you. Thanks so much.